talk about business all the time on the show, so it's really with great pleasure that I introduce you to Dr. Satpreet Singh. He's our guest on Author's Corner here on America Tonight with me, Kate Delaney. His book, Starting a Business in the United States of America. Navigate, I love this part, the land of opportunity. Dr. Singh, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Kate, for inviting me to the American Tonight show. Thanks to you.
So what made you write this book?
I wrote this book from my personal experience and insights to tell others that what I faced, they don't need to face, because starting a business is a dream for all, especially for all Americans, for the small businesses, because in the large businesses, they have stakeholders, they have many people in trust, and those bigger companies not owned by single person, but the small businesses most of the times owned by single person. And I want to give something to guide them so they don't need to be confused in the things that I was confused when I first started that.
Oh, that's great. A great shortcut for a lot of people. So share a few of the things that you talk about as far as starting a business that people will specifically, Dr. Singh, learn in the book.
So starting a business in the United States, navigate the land of opportunity as the name suggests. It's for the starting. It's to create a base for any business. First, when anybody, like including me, you, or anybody else, when they start a business, they don't know where to start, what type of formation they need. So this book tells them what type of formation actually fits to their budget, to their planning and forecast, and which type of business they can grow for the long term with the short term steps.
I like that, the steps, because the steps is the thing, knowing, okay, I do this and then I do that. What was the biggest obstacle you faced in starting your business?
The biggest obstacle was which type of entity I need. I need a DBA, I need a FBN, I need a corporation, I need a LLC. Most people have a question then, and the same thing. I have a question in that too. So when I start the business, I start as a sole proprietor, and there are some differences in sole proprietor, DB and FBNs too. Even they all are sole proprietor because there are some name changes. So if in FBN, we can totally use a separate name, but still we have a liability. Then there was a confusing that, okay, make a LLC or a corporation, because as the name suggests, limited liability company, it can limit the liability, cannot remove the liability. So which type of business I need to go for? Which will be run in the long term? Which will be better for the short term? So these were the many questions that were the obstacles, and also with that to penetrate in the current market in the same type of business. Like there are many businesses in the market and people has a choice, especially when there is an online businesses. So what type of businesses we need to start, what type of entity it will be, and how long it can run in the market, and how we need to be current with the technology. So those were the main obstacles that I considered before starting a business.
Yeah, and the technology now, it moves very fast, doesn't it?
Yes, the technology is very fast, and it's technology was not a big obstacle for me because I already have a master in computer applications. So I can deal with any type of computer things like hardware, software. But technology changing every day. So we need to be current with that. So it's a big obstacle too for everybody.
Yeah, that's good. That's great advice about being current. And also, I like what you said, and you talk about it in your book. It might be, okay, you start as an LLC, but then you move to something else, an S Corp or something else that makes more sense. Just really knowing how to, like the title says, navigate around those terms and what they really, really mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where people get stuck. So what was the most rewarding for you about writing this book and about starting your business?
The biggest reward for me is if somebody get a benefit from that book. That's the biggest reward. Like if we can help a one person, two person, or many people, so that's the biggest reward for the author to write a book, I believe. So the biggest reward is to give the knowledge, information that provides the insights When we read that, okay, so I need to start a business. What will be the most controlled budget? What will be less expensive? But I can use maximize our products, or we can just show maximize product and in the market. So the reward is from the readers who read that book and get the benefit. That's the biggest reward for me.
And for you, when you were starting out, you didn't have a book like that, right?
Yes, first when I started, like I was migrated in 2006 in the United States, and you know that 7 and 8, it was a great recession. And I was in the IT field before, like I have a master in computer application, and it was the biggest challenge for me to start any type of business. So which type of business I need to start? So then I just think about do a business, something like that. Does not matter it's a recession, does not matter what type of economy is going on, but everybody's need. So what the community needs, what the people need, what the surroundings need, what is the demand of the market. So and always will be the demand of the market.
Oh, yeah,
So
you got watching the market, of course, absolutely. For you in writing the book, was it a great joy to see it come out, to actually have it physically out there where people can get it?
yes, I enjoyed in writing the book. It was a great journey, but you know, when the author writes a book, they do not write it for themselves. They write it for the others, so others can get benefits because the author is already knows what he experienced, but he want to give that experience to the others to get out from those obstacles and choose the right path without handling with them and can grow without seeing those problems that already the other people saw. So it was a great enjoy in writing a book.
Yeah. For you, was it worth it starting a business? Has that been rewarding?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. And the labor of love goes back into the book. And so finally, and you're really saying it, Dr. Singh, but what do you hope people take away from reading Starting a Business in the United States of America, Navigate the Land of Opportunity?
From the book, Starting a Business in the United States of America, Navigate the Land of Opportunity, they will get the base, they will get the structure. If the structure is strong, the root is strong, the business will be strong. Once we start on the right path, then we can grow in the future too. If the path is not that correct, like what we choose, the business structure, and we need to switch that structure to the other structure, like from personal to corporate or to the sole proprietor to LLCs, then the whole thing changes. The tax ID number changes. We need to make changes at many places. And that is an extra time or extra cost that people need to spend on that. So they will look what type of business structure they need initially and how they can start and how they can grow, so they don't need to deal with the extra cost and put extra potentials in that, so they don't see those problems. So it will be a basic structure that they will get how to run a business for the long term.
I like that. That shortcut is an important one, that's for sure. Dr. Satpreet Singh, Starting a Business in the United States of America, Navigate the Land of Opportunity. Again, you can pick up this book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever great books are sold, for sure. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Visit us at www.greatwritersmedia.com. Email us at info@greatwritersmedia.com or call us at +1 877 556 0487.